Whenever the laws of any state are broken, a duly authorized organization swings into action. It may be called the state police, state troopers, militia, the rangers, or the highway patrol. These are the stories of the men whose training, skill, and courage have enforced and preserved our state law. One of the meanest crimes encountered by police agencies in their day-to-day enforcement of the law is that of the protection racket. Earlier this year, the Highway Patrol ran into a variation of this racket. Not the usual kind, but one in which men were forced to pay dearly week after week in order to keep their jobs or face the consequences, as did Mike Richards.
What are you doing out alone, Ray? Where's your keeper?
That's right, Mike. Talk through your teeth while you still got them. Let's go.
You're not stupid enough to use that here in broad daylight.
Try me.
Guess you are that stupid.
Mike, you've been a terrible disappointment to me.
I've been a disappointment to myself. I let a pair of cheap punks scare me into giving them money that belongs to my family.
Where's your sense of gratitude, Mike? A year ago, you had no job, no nothing. You got a job on my say-so. All I want is my commission, $10 a week.
Save your speeches, will you? I'm not giving you any more $10 bills. Just go ahead and get me fired.
And let's see. You owe me for the past 3 weeks, $30. If I get you fired, you won't have any money. And if I let you get away without paying me, others may get the same idea. It's not smart business, Mike. I want that $30.
You don't bluff me, Sandy. All my friends know about you. Anything happens to me, the cops go right to you.
Yeah? So I figure you should bring them back a message. And if this doesn't work, we can always talk sense to your wife.
Highway Patrol, Williams? Uh-huh. All right, thank you. We'll be right over. This is Williams. Contact Dan Matthews. Have him meet me at the freight yards. Tell him it's urgent. I've had some trouble over there. One of the workers has been pretty badly beaten. Okay, thanks.
I'm on my way. 10-4?
10-4.
What's up? You got a job to fill. Mike won't be around.
You took care of his complaints?
I always do, Louie. I always do.
I'll keep my eyes open.
Someone must have got to the cops fast. See you later, Louie.
$3016 to headquarters.
Headquarters by.
Just leaving the freight yard. One of the workers here has been pretty badly beaten. His name is Mike Richards. 2150 and I are heading for the hospital now. Would you contact his wife? She lives at 62 Center Avenue. Tell her husband's being taken to the hospital and ask her to meet us there. 10-4?
10-4.
Suppose Richards dies.
Well, that's just one less guy to shoot off his mouth.
You're going to be asking an awful lot of questions at the freight yard.
I know. That's why we got the foreman working for us, to take care of things in an emergency.
No visitors.
Yeah, I know. I just talked to the doctor. The beating was the work of professionals.
I'm Mike Richards' wife.
Oh, this is Sergeant Williams. I'm Matthews, Highway Patrol.
Is he all right?
Well, he's alive.
Can I speak to him?
He's still unconscious.
How bad is he?
He's pretty bad. Who did this to your husband?
I don't know.
But you have some idea. Evidently he owed some money.
Doesn't everybody?
Well, was it blackmail?
Mike's a decent human being. You've no right to even suggest a thing like that. Mike owed money. Is that so terrible?
Well, no, but what happened to him is. Why don't you tell us about it?
If I tell you anything, maybe next time they'll kill him.
Mrs. Richards, your silence is just buying time for these guys to beat up and kill more people.
Hi, how is he?
We don't know yet. He's unconscious.
What have the police got to do with this?
When anybody gets beaten up, it becomes our business.
If you guys did your job right, this wouldn't happen. No decent citizen is safe in the yards.
Who are you?
The name's Mason, Joe Mason. And you better find the punks who gave my stepbrother a going over, or I will.
Well, if you're so anxious to see these punks caught, perhaps you can persuade her to tell us what she knows.
What's he talking about?
Look, take Mrs. Richards home. The hospital will keep you informed.
Thanks a lot.
Hello, Thornton. This is Sandy.
Yeah, what can I do for you?
You're short a member of your crew, Mike Richards. Get a replacement. He had an accident.
An accident, huh? You mean you slugged him?
It was necessary to remind him of a debt. I just want to make sure there's no slip-ups in case the police ask questions.
Listen, I'm in deep enough as it is. Every guy in my crew is paying you money. What do I get out of it?
You don't have to pay for protection. Don't forget that. And remember, no slip-ups.
10-4. Headquarters wasn't able to get much on Richards. He's been at the yards for about a year. Wasn't much for making friends.
Well, he must owe somebody some money, but for what? Look, get me a list of everybody Richards worked with in the past couple of years. I want the whole rundown on this. Bank account, his style of living, the whole thing.
I'll get on.
If you want me, I'll be at the yards.
All right. You've had your quota of hysterics. Now, what was that cop talking about?
Please, Joey, stay out of this. It's none of your business. They'll do to you what they did to Mike.
Will you let me worry about that? Now, who's they?
I can't tell you. I can't.
Great.
Look, Mr. Matthews, Mike Richards got muscled away from the job. I don't know nothing about who did it nor why.
I thought you might be a friend of Mike Richards.
A friend? What do you mean? He's just a working stiff like the rest of these characters. I'm the foreman, and I got 64 men in my crew, and I don't pay nursemaid to any of them. Hey, you guys, what do you think this is, a convention? Go on, get back on the job.
Scared?
Why should I be scared?
Seems a shame what happened to Mike. Real shame.
Is Mike a friend of yours?
Oh, yes, sir.
You got any idea why Mike should take this kind of a beating?
You kidding? Mike's a real guy. Always willing to listen to a guy's problems, even though he's got plenty of his own.
What problems?
Oh, you know, the wife in the hospital, the butt kind of tight. You know who did it?
No, but we're working on it.
Whenever I've been in a spot, it's always Mike who's helped me out. Now, for once, I've got a chance to make up for it. And you tell me to stay out of it, that it's none of my business.
That must be the hospital. Hello?
Is this Mrs.
Yes.
This is a friend with a friendly word of advice.
What?
Keep your mouth shut, or the next time we'll finish the job on Mike.
Hello? Who is this?
Sounded like Louis.
Who's Louis?
He works at the yards.
Does he have anything to do with Mike's getting beaten up? Well, does he? Answer me.
Please, Joey.
Look, what did he say?
Told me to keep my mouth shut. Or next time they finish Mike.
All right, you keep your mouth shut. You behave. Don't worry. Don't talk to anybody. But that doesn't stop me from nosing around. They never connect me with Mike Richards.
No, Joey, no.
Bookkeeper, please. Hi, Jim. Ken Williams, Highway Patrol. Wonder if you could help me out again. I need some information on 3 people. Sam Russell, Louis Darmstadt, that's spelled D-A-R-M-S-T-A-D-T, and Harry Byrne, B-Y-R-N-E. Could you give me the usual rundown without a subpoena? You can? Good. Deposits, balance? Huh? We got an idea they're living way beyond their means. Want to find out why. Okay, I'll stop by and get the report. Thanks, Jim. Bookkeeper, please.
Well, get the job?
You talking to me?
Hey, take the chip off. I saw you and Thornton putting your heads together. I thought maybe you got the job.
I hired somebody this morning.
Tough luck. Got any other leads?
No. Heard about a guy getting hurt. Thought maybe I could fill in for him. I need that job. Need any job.
Hey, wait a minute.
What?
No point in looking for a job at lunchtime. I'm Louis Darmstadt. Here, go on, take it. There's more than enough here for both of us.
Well, you can't argue with a free sandwich. My name's Mason. Joe Mason.
No dough, eh?
Who wants to listen to my troubles? You probably got enough of your own.
No, go ahead. Maybe I know somebody who can help you.
In spite of Dan Matthews' warning, Joe Mason had taken the law into his own hands. At Highway Patrol headquarters, Matthews was coordinating the search for those behind the racket and the beating of Mike Richards.
I think we've hit pay dirt. During the past 2 years, 97 men worked at the yard. And out of those 97, we come up with 4 who are living way beyond their means.
Let's see, who are they? Jim Hogan, Louis Darmstadt, Peter Grace, and Harry Ellis. They got a new car every year. Savings account amounting to thousands of dollars each.
And not one of them averaged over $100 a week during those 2 years.
Any of these 4 guys still working?
Only Louis Darmstadt.
Let's put a tail on him. Around the clock. If there's a racket going, we'll try and bust it up in a hurry. Let's check the hospital.
I'm Joe Mason.
Oh, yeah. It's Joe Mason, Sandy.
Hello, Joe.
Hi.
Louis phoned me about you. Said you had some trouble.
Yeah.
Police?
Oh, no, nothing like that.
Have a seat.
It's my mother. I'm the only support she's got. She's real sick. Doctor says she needs an operation.
Well, that makes it tough. How much do you need?
Right now, about $100.
I'll take it.
Doesn't solve anything.
It's real money. Go ahead. Sandy says take. You take.
Okay, so I get her into a hospital. But later I'll need a place for her. I don't want charity, I want a job.
Where have you been looking?
You name it, I've been there. The foreman at the yard says he's got a full crew.
Now, why would Thornton say a thing like that? You can always use a good man.
That's what I tried to tell him. He wouldn't believe me.
He'll believe you. You tell Thornton you're a friend of Sandy's. And Sandy says to take care of you.
Just like that?
Well, not exactly like that. It's going to cost you.
How much? Or don't I pay you back in money?
There's nothing illegal about it. Sandy's acting as your agent. After all, he is getting you a job. Isn't that right?
I believe it when I see it. Okay, how much?
My usual agent's fee, $10 a week, as long as you stay at the yard.
$10 a week?
I'm sorry, I thought you were desperately in need of a job.
Okay, it's a deal.
Now, just to show you what a nice guy I am, the first week is on the house.
Thanks. I come here to make my payments?
No, just give it to Louis. He'll give it to me.
Suppose I should miss my payments.
You're Joe Mason. You're a friend of Louis's. I've met you. We know where to find you. We're a big organization. There's no place you can run to hide, not even the cops. Does that answer your question?
Yes. Yes, it does.
I hope your mother gets to feel better.
Thanks. I'll go see the foreman again.
There's something about this stinks. I want you to find out everything you can about our newest customer.
Oh, I see. Oh, what time was that? Oh, thanks very much for calling. Just had a call from the hospital. Mike Richards died.
Oh, that's rough. Look, I'm going over and talk to Mrs. Richards. Now that Mike is dead, maybe she'll tell us more than she did before.
Oh, and Ed works in the freight yard. Joe Mason's working over there, and he's pretty friendly with Louis Darmstadt.
After Mason finishes work, I want him picked up, but away from the job.
Joe Mason's a plant. A phony. His mother's been dead for 10 years, and he's related to Mike Richards. Do you think he's working with the cops?
Well, maybe. But if he is, he hasn't had a chance to tell them anything he knows. Get him out of the yard quietly and bring him to the apartment.
Mrs. Richards, I didn't mean to be rude at the hospital, but I just talked to the doctor, and, well, he thought it best you didn't see him. He was pretty badly beaten up.
When the hospital called me, I didn't believe it. I still can't. It's all such a waste. I feel like crying, but I can't.
Well, whatever I say, I know it's not going to help any, but believe me, I'm very sorry.
I'm sorry, too. I should have told you what you wanted to know. Mike had a friend at the yard. His name is Louis. And Louis helped him get the job from a man named Sandy. And Mike also said that Sandy had an apartment near the yard. An assistant by the name of Ray.
Did Mike ever tell you anything about Sandy or Ray, or did he describe them in any way at all?
That's all I can tell you. I hope it's enough.
Well, that's going to have to do. I wish there was more. Thanks very much.
I want to talk to Dan Matthews. Never mind who this is. Is he there? When do you expect him? It's okay, Mom. Yeah, everything's going to be all right. I'll be home as soon as I get off work. Mom's always so grateful when I call her during the day.
Walk or bleed. $21.50 to 3016.
3016 by. I've been trying to reach you. Joe Mason's disappeared from the freight yard.
What about Louis Darmstadt?
He was gone, but he's back now.
Pick him up. I'll meet you at the yard. 10-4?
10-4.
Is this the way you did it to Mike? Yeah. Now, my misguided hero. Let's take it slowly. Just how much did Mike tell you? Drop dead. I want to talk to Louis. He brought this stool pigeon in. Let's get him out to the car. He's going with us.
Is the cover on Mrs. Richards?
Davis and Langley called in from the house a couple minutes ago.
Let's make this fast, Louis.
I don't know what this is all about.
You want to go up on a murder rap?
Murder?
Richards is dead.
What's that got to do with me?
Your pals have got Joe Mason. If they kill him, too, we can charge you with murder. Witnesses saw you set him up and take him out of the yard.
We know how much dough you got in the bank and how much you've been spending. It doesn't add up with your salary.
Do yourself a favor. What's a short stretch compared with a murder rap?
You know this, Mason? He was related to Richards.
Sandy and Ray are going to be sore. You brought a ringer into the setup.
Get out of the car and pick up Louis. We'll let him take care of this guy. Then we'll take care of Louis.
For the first time in your life, you're being smart. Where are the records?
It's all in my locker. Every guy that paid off to Sandy. The names, the dates they were put on. Hey, there's Ray. He's looking for me.
Get in the freight car and stay there. Otherwise, you're going to be a dead guy. I'll send an officer for you later.
Come on. Get to the car, fast. Let's go.
I take him.
Okay, put your hands up there.
His name Sandy?
Yeah,
Where's Mason?
in the car.
Where? Move. He's alive. Get Louis and bring him in.
You got them, huh? Where's the other one?
Dead.
Well, that evens up the score.
If the police were as bad as you said we were, you'd be dead too.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, sure, I'll bet. I wish I had your luck. Come on, move. You too. See Highway Patrol again next week. Until then, remember, if you care to drive, drive with care. This is Broderick Crawford saying, see you next week.
Where's your keeper? That's right, Mike. Talk through your teeth while you still got him. Let's go.
You're not stupid enough to use that here in broad daylight.
Try me.
Guess you are that stupid.
Mike, you've been a terrible disappointment to me.
I've been a disappointment to myself. I let a pair of cheap punks scare me into giving them money that belongs to my family.
Where's your sense of gratitude, Mike? A year ago, you had no job, no nothing. You got a job on my say-so. All I want is my commission, $10 a week.
Save your speeches, will you? I'm not giving you any more $10 bills. Just go ahead and get me fired.
And let's see. You owe me for the past 3 weeks, $30. If I get you fired, you won't have any money. If I let you get away without paying me, others may get the same idea.
Whenever the laws of any state are broken, a duly authorized organization swings into action. It may be called the state police, state troopers, militia, the rangers, or the highway patrol. These are the stories of the men whose training, skill, and courage have enforced and preserved our state law.
I'm on my way. 10-4?
10-4.
What's up?
You got a job to fill. Mike won't be around.
You took care of his complaints?
I always do, Louie. I always do.
I'll keep my eyes open.
Someone must have got to the cops fast. See you later, Louie.
$3016 to headquarters.
Headquarters by.
Just leaving the freight yard. One of the workers here has been pretty badly...
It's not smart business, Mike. I want that $30.
You don't bluff me, Sandy. All my friends know about you. Anything happens to me, the cops go right to you.
Yeah? So I figure you should bring them back a message. And if this doesn't work, we can always talk sense to your wife.
Highway Patrol, Williams? Uh-huh. All right, thank you. We'll be right over. This is Williams. Contact Dan Matthews. Have him meet me at the freight yards. Tell him it's urgent. I've had some trouble over there. One of the workers has been pretty badly beaten. Okay, thanks.
One of the meanest crimes encountered by police agencies in their day-to-day enforcement of the law is that of the protection racket. Earlier this year, the Highway Patrol ran into a variation of this racket. Not the usual kind, but one in which men were forced to pay dearly week after week in order to keep their jobs or face the consequences, as did Mike Richards.
What are you doing out alone, Ray?